Howdy folks, today we've got a Gretsch G2210 as you can see on my screen here. This is in sort of sparkle, It's like a very fine sparkle that's kind of hard to see. Burgundy color. It's got Gretsch Broadtron 2S pickups, which are not too bad. The pots seem to be working just fine. It's got a wraparound bridge, a lot of tuning stability problems, and I attribute that to the super cheap tuners that are there. Now, you may notice one Grover tuner installed. That's because I'm about to install the rest of the set of Grover tuners after I make this video. But the point of this video is I'm going to be comparing the Broadtron to these pickups here that I just bought. TV Jones, Powertron in the neck, and TV Classic plus bridge. So here's bridge pickup, and again, if the guitar goes out of tune, I have a feeling it's the tuners. A lot of people say it's always the nut, but my gut is telling me that the nut is okay. The nut looks, by the way, I paid $299 Canadian. That's like 150 US dollars for this. And I've owned a ton of Gretsches. I've owned like 6 Gretsches, quite a few Electromatics that were in the 1,000 to 1,500 Canadian price range. And for 300 bucks, this is like one of the nicest guitars I think I've ever owned. It's really, really nice. If you watch any review on this guitar, you're going to see people rave about how surprised they are about how good it feels. Really doesn't feel cheap. For some reason, every Electromatic I've ever had just has that. It just feels cheap and crappy. I can't explain it. Sorry to all you Electromatic owners out there. All right, enough yakking. Here we go. Bridge pickup. Middle. So now with the Broadtrons, I'm going to play some higher gain stuff. Really hard to do palm muting with a big bandage. Middle. I always find middle sounds like shit with high gain. Neck. Alrighty then, this is a Gretsch G2210 that came with stock Gretsch Broadtron BT2S pickups. These are very kind of humbuckery, not bad at all, nothing wrong with them, sounded pretty good, but I wanted that Gretsch twang and bite that only Filtertrons can provide. So these are TV Jones Filtertrons. I got a cheap set, well they weren't that cheap, but they were cheaper than buying new. Got them used on Reverb, I think. And so this is a Gretsch G2210, as I said. I think it's made in Indonesia. Unbelievable quality. The reviews on this guitar you will find are excellent, and I can confirm that this is by far probably the best, cheapest guitar I've ever had. I've owned other Streamliner Gretsches. They were nowhere even close to the quality of this. I don't know if I lucked out, but again, based on all the positive reviews, this seems to be a particularly amazing line. Like if you want a really good quality guitar that stays in tune, has wicked action, it's just fantastic. I upgraded the knobs as well. So these knobs came from, I don't know what they came from, some other Gretsch, but got those used too. So you'll notice the pickups don't fit perfectly. It's just the way the upgrade went. They just don't fit. You know, if you do this, you may want to research your options so you don't end up with a gap. But to be honest, it doesn't look that bad. I think it looks kind of cool. So again, this guitar stays in tune amazingly well. I'm plugged into my Kemper. I've got a Benson amp loaded up. That's middle pickup. Now the tonal range is quite a lot just in this mode. Dime the tone knob, there's a lot more low end. As I dial it back, I find you really got to dial the tone knob back to get that kind of balanced middle pickup sound. So neck. Hit it with an overdrive. I'll fire up something a little more higher gain.